it doesn't really matter how much goodness you're gonna do for others. Just keep doing it. Because in today's video, I'm about to tell you a story that can change your mind towards goodness. So the story begins where I already get used to whenever I'm using a taxi to go somewhere, I already get used to pay for the rest of the people who are inside of the taxi. And I know actually it reflects nothing but goodnesses, also reflects nothing but humility, and it also reflects nothing but flexibility of someone. And I was already okay with that, with paying for the rest of the people who are inside of the taxi, like regardless of tiny amount of money that I'm used to pay. So it just continued like that till one day I just decided to go to the market, you know, and then while I was going to the market, there was a guy who was inside of the taxi with me, and then I did the same for him. When we just arrived at the market, when he was about to pay, I was like, I've already paid for you, so you can keep your money. He was like, God bless you, and he just showed me the gratitude, and he was very, very thankful for me. And I was like, all right, you're highly welcome, brother. Take it easy. So I've just gone inside of the market, and I've already done my things, and I've bought whatever I want to buy. And then while I was coming out, I was having a small amount of money in the next of my pocket. And then while I was coming out, like it was actually for my personal things. Like I wanna, have a haircut, and I wanna also do some private things. So while I was just coming out and I went to check the money, like I was shocked. The money wasn't there. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Because the money that I've just lost, not just I want to do my personal things with, but also I want to use a taxi with. So up to here, I've lost my money, which I want to do my personal things, and I want to grab a taxi with. But I still have hope, and the only thing I want right now is something that can take me back where I just came from. So I was just wondering, like, what can I do today? And I still have nothing actually inside my pocket, but was making sure that what I was doing actually for others, I can make it reward today. So I was in the main street of cars, and I was like stopping cars. So I've already stopped the first car, and he was like, "What do you want?" So I was like, I've just shown him the place where I want to go, and then he was like, "I can take 5 dinar, which is the currency where we use here in Libya." And I tell him actually I got nothing less than 3 dinar, like 2 dinar maybe. I just kept it in my pocket. It was like, I can't actually take you there with amount of money that you just said to me, but have a good luck, have a good one. So he just passed it, and I was like still having hope. So while I was stopping cars, there was an old gentleman. He just stopped right next to me. He was like, son, what you want? I've just shown him the place, but this time I didn't just show him the place where I want to go, but I also explained him my circumstance. I've just explained to him my problem nicely. Actually, Grandpa, I want to go to this place, but I still actually have nothing in my pocket less than 2 dinar. Imagine, guys, what he said. He was like, okay, I'm not actually going there anywhere, but this is 5 dinar for you, son. You can use a taxi and go where you want to go, and good luck. It was like this, and he didn't actually say nothing, and he passed. But for me, I just stopped there with wondering, like, oh my goodness, like, how does that happen? Like, how does that happen? I was actually stopping there with having no money, but with full hope that I could actually meet someone that could do this for me. And finally, I have found a person that could actually offer me money. I can use a taxi and go where I just come from. And this is the same thing what I used to do for the people that I used to go with. So you can actually, guys, understand something right here in the story. You know, like no matter actually how much goodness you're gonna do for others, just keep doing it because you don't know actually the reward. And whatever you're doing good for others, just keep doing it, and you will never actually miss any tiny little good thing that you have just done it for others. So always try to be useful and do good for the rest of the people. And this is actually the story. And thank you guys for watching.